darling heart, and welcome to the Drink Less, Live Better podcast. This is the podcast that helps you to see that drinking less doesn't need to be stressful, lonely, or boring. I'm your host, Sarah Williamson, and I decided to have a year alcohol-free as a little life experiment and haven't looked back. With my experience and training, I now help other people with their alcohol-free or drink less adventures. You can find out more and sign up to my 5-day Drink Less challenge at drinklesslivebetter.com. I'm here to tell you that you can relax, connect, and have fun without alcohol in your life. Join me here each week to find out how. Dry December. It doesn't exactly trip off the tongue, does it? We're not about to see one of the big charities pick up that idea and run with it, and that's because it would be way too out there, too unusual, too difficult to sell as a concept, too odd, too hard to explain, and frankly, unrealistic in their eyes, I suspect. Or is it? In 2019, I decided to give myself a break from alcohol. I was planning to start on the 1st of January 2020, but as the clock was counting down, I decided I should actually just start in December. I was only wasting my own time, as my favourite teacher used to say. When I woke up on the 8th of December 2019, I didn't have a crushing hangover. I had had 2 gin and tonics the night before. We'd been to friends, had dinner, had fun, and slept over. I seem to remember I had drunk very little because my friend's husband and I were doing a 10-mile run the next morning. It felt fine to get up, run, and know the last of my drinking had been done, at least for a while. I was glad not to have a big rock bottom moment that resulted in me having to stop. I didn't tell anyone else my plan. I decided I wouldn't drink in December as a warm-up to the whole of 2020 sober. Surely, if I could do December, then the start of the next year would be easier. And I think I was probably right. December could be perceived as the most difficult month to do sober because of all the socialising. But once I had set my mind to it, I was actually okay. I didn't buy myself any Christmas booze. I made plans for how I would tackle my work night out, my friend's big Christmas night out, my mum friends, and all of the rest of the activities that were in my diary. I treated myself with nice alcohol-free drinks and good food through the month. I educated myself by listening to podcasts like this one and reading books in the genre that some people call quit lit, the books that are either scientific or perhaps memoirs about people's drinking and people's choice to stop drinking. A dry December might sound weird to you, but I enjoy a little bit of weirdness in my life. I do enjoy being an outlier, now more than I ever did before when I was drinking. A dry December then. It's unusual. I'm unusual. Are you ready to be unusual and embrace this season? Be able to spend the time with the people that you want to, clear-headed and focused. Check out the show notes on this podcast or any other episode. You'll find details about the Drink Less, Live Better 2023 retreat. You'll see the link to a hidden podcast episode to help you with your 5 p.m. cravings, and you'll be able to read about my one-to-one coaching program. I'd love it if you could follow and download the podcast, and if you feel inclined to leave a review, that would be lovely too. Thank you for listening in today. Come back again next week, and P.S. I believe in you.